But first, we're talking beer. Lots of great new craft beer breweries are popping up around the region, and Lisa had a chance to stop in and check out one of the most popular beer and dining destinations just up the road in Nelson County. It is one of the many wineries and breweries in what's now known as the Brew Ridge Trail. As part of our continuing Made in Virginia series, here's a look at Wild Wolf Brewing Company.
We actually discovered Nelson County probably 12, 13 years ago, and it was just love at first sight. It's beautiful here, the people are wonderful, and we worked on figuring out how to live here. In the meantime, we got into the idea of starting a brewery. We had two other breweries on the Brew Ridge Trail, and we fell in love with that concept. And our son is a brewer and very good at it, and so the whole concept of Wild Wolf Brewing Company started.
And I just recently learned Brew Ridge. Most people are used to Blue Ridge Trail. This is Brew Ridge because there are so many breweries through here. So what sets your brewery apart? What were you trying to sort of accomplish with your craft brews?
Well, we have a very diverse amount of beers. Danny's a very talented brewer. He's very creative, and so we've just tried to have the beers be a little bit different. He definitely brews beers that he knows people will like. He tries to brew true to style, but he doesn't always stay true to style. He really tries to make it things people will like. He does different things. For example, one of the beers is the Rye Wolf was brewed with both a ale and a lager yeast, and that's very unusual. So he just tries to do different things. The double IPA, which is the last one, is definitely for the hop heads, and people that like hoppy beers love that one.
See, I'm not a big hoppy person, but what's unusual is that you're saying that's hoppy, but the lightness of it, I mean, it kind of tricks you a little bit.
Yeah.
You have wheat beers, and as far as the darker range, what do you have?
We have our Black Wolf IBA, which is an India Black Ale. We have our Scottish Ale that we call the Wee Heavy, and that one is a real favorite among a lot of people. It's a unique beer, but people who like Scottish ales, they absolutely love it. We also have our Alpha Ale, which is an American Pale Ale. Relatively hoppy. It's made with 3 different hops, but it's got a real nice citrusy flavor. So people that like hops get their hop fix, but it's sort of citrusy, so there's a lot of balance in that beer. This one is our flagship beer. That's our Blonde Honey. People are nuts about that beer. It's made with a ton of local honey, but it's not overly sweet. It's a Belgian blonde ale. In fact, we just won the gold medal in the Virginia Brewers Cup for the Belgian category for that beer. But it's that is the beer when people come in and say, I don't drink beer, I say, try this one. And
the folks who
love it.
The folks who maybe are more of the Miller Lights, the Bud Lights, but maybe want to expand the palate a little bit might try that one.
Wine drinkers. We find a lot of people say, I don't even drink beer, I drink wine. It's just interesting. So.
That's good to know. And then let's let folks know that you say you try to keep about 10 different with maybe 5 seasonals. What do you usually try to keep going?
Well, we have our 5 house beers, which we started with the Pilsner, the Blonde Honey, the Alpha Ale, the Wee Heavy, and the Black Wolf IBA. Okay. So those are always on tap. Okay. Then we always have 5 rotating seasonals. And for instance, we're getting ready to release our pumpkin this weekend. Okay. And the guys are back there today working on a double saison. Okay. And so they're always trying to get, they're very creative. They're always trying to do something interesting and different. And so that's where they get to have their fun, is with the seasonals.
Well, and that's why craft brewing is so fun and microbrewing is so fun, because you can really have fun and change things around, rotate things around, and have almost a different flavor or style every time. It's kind of like when you're not going to have the same things every time somebody comes. They're going to be changing constantly. Does that make sense?
And that's what people love. That's the whole reason we do the 5 house beers, because there are people there are certain beers here they love and they expect them to be here, particularly our Pilsner, the Alpha, and the Blonde. Okay. But there are a lot of people that come specifically because they want to see what's new, and we fill a lot of growlers, and that's what people, they want to come try something different and then take a growler home of it. So.
That's right. Don't forget their growlers. So if you find your favorite, you can always get a growler back there and take a whole bunch of it home. Okay, well, there's so much more to what you have here at Wild Wolf, including the food and some great atmosphere. So don't go away, because when we come back, we're going to continue our tour of Wild Wolf Brewing Company. Welcome back to the show. We are still at Wild Wolf Brewing Company in Nelson County, and we were just talking about your great craft brews, but there's so much more to this place up here. Let's talk a little bit about food. You have a tremendous menu. Talk about kind of what you offer there.
Yes, we have a pretty diverse menu. We have soups, salads, sandwiches, entrees. We have an amazing new chef who trained at some pretty phenomenal restaurants in D.C., and he has just really done some beautiful things with the food. It's pretty much our menu. We call it Southern Eclectic. We have, a lot of traditional pub food, but a lot of obviously, very nice food. You're looking at our tomato mozzarella salad, and that's our New York strip steak, and also our Reuben, which is one of our signature dishes here. People come back over and over again for the Reuben. So
great brews, great food. Tell us a little bit about the restaurant itself. It's an old schoolhouse?
It is. The building was the schoolhouse for Nelson County from 1910 to 1939. Really? And it was we took it over and renovated it and added on to it, and we also have the village as part of that. So,
well, I was going to say, because when I got here, I felt like it's like a compound almost. You have so much going on here. You've got things for kids. You've got shops. Tell us about the rest of it.
The shops are actually renovated tobacco barns, okay, and they're being turned into boutique gift shops. Nice. And we have an area for the kids to play, a bounce house, and some little teeter-totters and things. We're dog-friendly, so it's pretty much bring the whole family, the kids, the dog. So you can shop, you can have a beer, have some great food.
Walk around, and you have entertainment up here quite a bit, too.
We do. We have music 4 nights a week and trivia on Tuesday, so we pretty much have something going on almost every day of the week.
Can I just come up here and stay in one of the little back rooms or something? I could live here. Bring my basset hound up here and just live up here, because I know people can't really get this, but the view, the mountains and everything going on, I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous up here. I would come up here and never leave.
Thank you. Well, we could maybe arrange something, but I think that's one of the things we're really proud of is we've got a lot of different places in the restaurant where you can sit, you can be inside, you can be on one of our porches where the doors open and close, you can feel like you're outside. We've got the beer garden in the front with some waterfalls. We've got this covered area where we are.
And again, you can have your dogs out here, which I think is great.
Both out here and in the beer garden.
Oh,
I love water features.
Yes.
So.
Well, but bottom line here, part of the reason we came up here is to talk about your craft brews, and that's what we just want to remind everyone. This is made in Virginia, a tremendous selection of styles and flavors with the brews. And let's not forget, you have the growlers here that if somebody finds what they like, they can take these home.
Absolutely. We're happy to fill a growler for you. It's a great way to try the beer, see which ones you like the best, and take a few home for your friends or to make sure you've got some when you get back.
More about Wild Wolf Brewing Company. They're in Nelliesford, 434-361-0088 or wildwolfbeer.com.